Welcome back to Scream Freaks Podcast, and welcome to the dark side of movies. I'm Holly Horror, and joining me for this episode are Dr. Blackveil and Fabulous Bee. Tonight, we're stepping into the blood-soaked nightmare of Terrifier, directed by Damien Leone. Terrifier follows two women who become the targets of Art the Clown during a terrifying Halloween night. What starts as a creepy encounter quickly turns into a brutal, relentless, and extremely graphic fight for survival. But is Terrifier a slasher nightmare? Before we dive into tonight's movie, make sure you visit our official website at www.screamfreakspodcast.com. That's where you can find the latest episodes, updates, links to our social pages, and everything happening inside the Scream Freaks universe. This episode may contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen Terrifier yet, consider this your warning before we crack this thing open. And stick around until the end, because after the discussion, Dr. Blackveil, Fabulous Bee, and I will be giving our final ratings and thoughts for the movie.
What's happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning into Scream Freaks Podcast yet again. Tonight, we are joined by
Dr. Blackveil and Holly Horror.
Tonight, we're going to be diving into the movie Terrifier. Terrifier follows Art the Clown as he stalks two young women and anyone else unlucky to cross his path on Halloween night. What begins as a strange encounter with Silent Clown becomes a stripped-down, brutal slasher built around practical gore, shock, and a villain who feels both cartoonish and merciless. I loved this movie.
Same.
I do too. Yep.
This franchise is pretty darn good.
I love it so much.
It's different.
It's one of those movies that you feel dirty and guilty for laughing at.
Yeah. But I think me and Brianna were just talking about this actually. The fact that it is so gory and intense and dark, but then you have Art, who is he's hilarious. Yeah. He does things that are legitimately funny in the midst of this very, very dark, gruesome movie.
Yeah.
It's well juxtaposed. Like, you have a killer clown, and he doesn't talk, and he does a lot of really hysterical things, and then will brutally kill somebody with the great practical effects. So it looks real.
Yes.
Yep. That's what I love about this movie is the practical effects.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we were also talking about so this is a little franchise. We have 1, 2, and 3. 4 is coming out.
Yes.
I don't think we have a date yet, but hopefully soon.
So I know we're only talking about part 1, but part 2 was so gruesome that they gave barf bags to the people going in to see the movie because there's a particular death that's really gross, really disturbing.
Yep.
The very first one had a scene also.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get there. So, but I mean, does Terrifier work as a complete movie, or is it just mainly a showcase for Art the Clown?
I definitely think that this first one was just kind of dipping their toe to see how the audience was going to react. It's because it doesn't really have, if I'm honest, there's not really much of a story yet in the first one.
Development.
It's just introducing this is Art.
Yes.
This is Victoria.
Yep.
And it kind of is just putting it out there, seeing how fans reacted. And it was also kind of one of the first movies that was this intense to go mainstream. It was actually very split for the audience, where people who typically would like a good horror movie, this was too much for them.
Yeah.
But then you also had the people who, love Saw, love Hostel, and were like, oh no, this is amazing. And it was one of the first ones that was very split because it was so gruesome and so gory, but in the mainstream.
And it's funny that you say split. So anyway,
it kind of felt like this was an experiment. Let's see how people like Art, and let's just see how this goes. And people loved him.
Yeah. And
so then they decided to make more, and then find some character development and some plot and some lore. But if you're looking for that in Terrifier 1, you're not going to get that. But some really, really great deaths.
Oh, and I do want to, just while we're kind of starting out, David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown. Oh my God. I love him so much. There is no one else I would want to see play Art the Clown. He is just a chef's kiss. He's perfect.
And he wasn't the original.
No, he wasn't.
No, I mean, there was a guy, Mike Gianelli played Art in a different movie.
In All Hallows Eve, right? That
Yeah.
was kind of like a short.
Yeah. That was his official introduction.
Yes.
So, but what exactly makes him scary, though? I mean, is it like the uneasiness, the silent? I mean, is it
I can answer that for sure.
mime-like body language?
The silence is definitely part of it, though. I think the fact that he doesn't talk, it's all body language and facial expression. And and then, he's laughing and then deadpan, and stabbing. And I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
He has a very grotesque and intense face.
Yes.
Like, I think what does it for me is his huge nose, and then his mouth is like just this big black hole.
Yeah.
Because he has all the black makeup, so it makes his mouth look even bigger. And his teeth are super bloody and gross.
Yeah.
And then when he smiles with all of that put together, it's very eerie. And like Holly said, he doesn't talk ever.
Never.
But he looks at you with different facial expressions, and that's how he emits his emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we can all kind of agree that mimes are just scary in themselves. Mimes and clowns are just, horrifying in themselves. And then add the murder aspect. I mean, you just kind of expect them to be murderers.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
I'm impressed with the dedication to the bit. Like, he doesn't talk even when he should or can or could get away with it, or even like yell, groan something. He doesn't. He flips the finger.
Yeah.
He makes a face like he is yelling, but he doesn't. Even when no one's around, like he could. Like he just kind of shakes his fist to this guy. He could, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, but how, Terrifier is a completely and totally different slasher than the previous slashers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, I think he compares very nicely with the likes of like Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers and even Ghostface. I mean, it's just, he's silent like the first two, but he stalks like the other one.
Well, I think he's like the newest addition to what I call the faces. Like when you go to decorate your house with Halloween decorations, or you go to a costume place, we've got Jason, we've got Michael Myers, we've got Ghostface, and now we have Art the Clown.
Yeah.
So he fits in there quite nicely, and it's the mask. It's the face paint, and with him comes the silence. That's his added layer of creepiness.
Yeah. So, I mean, this movie is like, I love the movie. I can't stand the movie. I mean, it's like one of those, like you said earlier, everybody's split. And I'm kind of like, I mean, I watched it again the other night. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, okay, I can only stomach one time. So
the very first time I watched it, I absolutely hated it. I thought it was too gruesome. It didn't really have a story.
Was it because of the scene?
No. Well, I mean, it's a scene,
Yeah, it's definitely the scene.
But the first time I watched it, I don't know, it didn't hit me. But then when they started the series, Terrifier 2 came out, I watched that, and that was really, really good. Terrifier 3 came out, also an incredible movie.
Right.
And so I went back and I watched the first one with like a newfound love of art and this particular type of slasher.
Yeah.
And so now I absolutely love it. I would gladly watch it multiple times.
So Art brings a lot of humor to this franchise that we don't get in other franchises. So he stays silent even when he doesn't need to be. And then, in between these really gruesome, well done deaths, he's given the middle finger. At one point, he hit someone with a truck, and he's listening to like really awful jazz, and he's in there like jamming out to it. That's freaking hilarious. At one point, I know everyone's going to remember this scene. He's trying to reach Tara through a door, and he can't. So he takes his horn. And he's like, he's just honking at her as if that's going to get her.
That was hilarious. That was my favorite.
His facial expressions. My favorite is towards the beginning at the pizzeria. He just plops down next to these girls, and they don't really know how to take him just yet. And so every time we cut to him, he has a different facial expression. And sometimes it's like scary, sometimes it's neutral, sometimes he's smiling, and that shit got me. Like we don't see that in other horror movies. Yeah. And that kind of drew me in because I'm like, okay, he's funny and he's kind of charming and maybe he's sweet a little bit. And then that was crushed later on in the movie.
But would you take a selfie with him? Would you sit on his lap and take a selfie with him?
Probably not. No, not with those.
Say I would.
Not with those expressions.
So, I mean, the movie was low budget. The first one had a very grimy look. I mean, did it help the movie feel more dangerous? I mean, just the simple fact that they were using, practical effects.
I actually did want to talk about that because one of my favorite things about the first movie is that it has that old school feel. It doesn't look like it was made in 2016. It looks like it could have been from the 90s. It could have been from the early 2000s.
Right.
It has that type of... Yeah, like it's all practical. It looks like it was filmed on an old camera. Mm-hmm. Like it feels very much like a
gritty.
90s or very gritty, very old school slasher feel.
Gives you that nostalgic feel.
Yeah.
Like we miss these kinds of movies. The lower budget ones tend to be the good ones.
Yeah.
The ones that stick with you.
And to tell you the truth, now that we talk about it, I actually had the same feeling the first time I watched Halloween 2. The Season of the Witch one, that one, I mean, fantastic, but I had the same feeling that I did whenever I watched Terrifier. So, but, I mean, with, Damien Leone, I mean, he wrote, directed, edited, produced, but he was also a special effects artist before that.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. Some of these
Makes
deaths
sense.
were, so gruesome enough to want to barf.
A lot of intense kills. A lot. Yeah. And the effects are just incredible. And they stay that way. For 2 and 3, it just gets better. The practical effects...
But he had a larger budget for those two movies.
For sure.
I mean, he also had a lot of big name stars that were chomping at the bit to be part of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So
it mostly follows this girl, Tara, and her friend Dawn on Halloween night, and he's just kind of stalking them, and we don't really know why. Tara, I was really rooting for her. I really wanted her to be a final girl. And spoiler alert, she dies. She gets pretty darn far, though. Mm-hmm. She gets far. I was excited because she had a brain, and she beats him to hell. Well, she beats him to death, almost with that board, that piece of wood. So I thought like she was going to make it. She was smart, and she was outsmarting him, and not going upstairs, like doing all the things that you're supposed to do. Yeah. And then she died. Everybody dies. Yeah. Spoiler alert, everyone dies in this movie, even Art.
Except one. There's one person who does not die because they will return in number 2.
Yes, they do return. Then there was a baby or something for part 2.
Yeah.
A head.
Yeah.
It's a head.
Yeah.
Okay, so those of you who haven't watched, Tara and Vicky are sisters. Vicky's the older one, Tara's the younger one.
Yes.
At the beginning of the movie, this is really cool. How they wrap it around. At the beginning of the movie, we see an interview with this woman who has like half of a face, and we don't know who she is. And then we learn that she's Tara's older sister, and the way she lost her face was that Art ate it off. Yep, while she was still alive,
straight up ate it, and
she moves on to the other movies, 2 and 3.
Yes,
yeah,
and I guess she'll be in 4.
Probably. I mean, I can give a little bit of information on the lore. I'm not like an expert on it by any means, but from what I can gather from, the internets, interwebs, the first movie is, Art the Clown is just a human serial killer. He's just a crazy, human though. He's human. But when he dies at the end of number 1, and then he comes back. If you see the end of the movie, he does come back. That is when he actually ends up getting possessed by the demon and version of Art that we see come back in number 2 and number 3.
With those awesome glasses.
With the awesome glass. I have artwork on my wall at home of Art in the glasses.
It's adorable.
I love it so much.
It's amazing.
And terrifying at the same time.
But also, we don't see it in this one, but if you do watch 2 and 3, you'll also meet the little girl, the pale-faced girl.
Yep.
Who is another spirit, demon, whatever you want to call it, who ends up possessing Vicky.
Okay.
Who she's not a final girl, but she doesn't die.
Lore gets really weird.
It gets really weird and intense. Desperate. And so she ends up possessing Vicky, and then Vicky and Art are kind of like cohorts, but obviously Art does not talk. So Vicky does a lot of the kind of monologuing and everything.
And we've got Sienna. She starts in the second movie.
Sienna, who is my favorite final girl?
And
I'm going to say it. Sienna Shaw.
Cool, but the lore with her too doesn't make any freaking sense. No. But okay.
It's like they kind of build on it. You kind of start seeing it where they're going after Sienna because Sienna is supposed to represent the good that will rise when great evil shows up. It's a whole thing. I highly recommend looking into it if that's something that interests you. They do talk about it and go into it in number 2 and 3. But kind of like we said, number 1 is really just like an introduction to art.
It's just the slasher.
Yeah, it's a straight up slasher.
Good gore. If you want to be a little scared and laugh, number 1 is it. But if you need character development and the lore behind it, then watch 2, 3, and 4.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes up.
Yeah, I mean the first one, I guess Vicky. I mean her makeup and her whole entire thing where she killed the reporter. I mean it was like
that was so good.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't think we were expecting it at the beginning. There, we're just like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, I was more afraid of Vicky than I was Art.
Which, if you watch 2 and 3, that you should be.
Oh, absolutely. So, but I mean, the fact that this was on Halloween night.
Classic.
I mean, for sure.
I think we needed that because Art shows up in his weird costume and his big giant bag of whatever.
Right.
And people
carries around all the
his trash bag probably of weapons, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's questioning that he's in his makeup and his costume, and that's how he gets away with being in the pizzeria. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
I love Art the Clown. I do quite enjoy him, but I do have a bone to pick. Clearly he's sadistic. That bag, I'm assuming, is full of his weapons, and we watch him make his weapons in 1 and maybe in 2.
The first one also, yeah.
First one as well. Really weird stuff. Just knives and whips and leather and just all kinds of stuff. And then at one point he just takes out a gun. Where's the creativity? Like, where did that come from? I was enjoying him kind of being a sadistic asshole and being creative with his kills, and the one that we will talk about. But then he gives up and he just pulls out a gun.
Yeah, he's done, and by his face too. You just look at his face, and he's straight up done. No, he's done.
What was your favorite weapon that he used? I mean, for part 1, not 2 or 3.
There's a whip.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can't quite tell what's on it. It's all so fast.
Almost like a cat of nine tails.
Yeah,
like something at the end type. Yeah.
Was that, I think they'd call it an asp or something like that. But anyways, my favorite, one of his weapons, I mean, it was very ineffective, but it was the horn. I mean.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Distraction.
That would scare me.
Be like, are you a clown? But anyways, basically, I mean, Terrifier grew through horror fan word of mouth. I mean,
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean,
now it's huge.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and the thing about it is, I mean, Halloween started the same way. Friday the 13th started the same way. I mean, Jason didn't get his mask for Friday the 13th until I believe the second or third movie.
Yeah, it might have even been the third. I don't remember.
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that they were able to capitalize on something so quick, and turn it into this, phenomenon now. Now, the scene.
Do you want to talk about the scene?
The scene.
So, if we're going to talk about favorite kills as well, and as we usually do, this is mine for sure. Not because it's like funny, haha, oh, I love this one. It's because it stuck with me and was the most intense and like, oh my God, kills.
Yeah.
That I still kind of have to look away whenever I watch it because it's just like
done. That's why
it is. But
So,
yeah.
Well, I mean, and the little thing about that, I mean, that actress had sued the production company because she was held upside down for so long that, you know, in that position that it caused, you know, permanent damage.
Yeah.
So, you know, and the fact that, you know, some of the actresses were paid very little for this movie was another big, I mean, ultimately the court case was thrown out, but I mean, it was, you know, something else that, you know, was brought up, but that particular scene, you know, doing the mold and having that, you know, the hacksaw all the way down.
So should we actually say what? Let's say what the scene is.
Okay, so
it is. I mean, it's the main character's best friend, Dawn, who
the blonde,
yes, the one who takes a selfie with Art.
Yes.
She disappears at one point. She gets taken out of the car. Art takes her.
Yep.
And then we kind of pan back to Tara for a good while, and she's looking around. And she's trying to find Dawn. So as she's looking, she gets into the warehouse, and the first thing that she sees is her best friend, Dawn, hung up by her feet, by her ankles, upside down, completely naked.
Yes.
She has underwear for
underwear for a minute, but then those are removed
so he can do his thing.
And then he proceeds to chop her in half.
Saw her
While she's alive.
While she's alive, starting from her bottom half through straight to her head.
Yeah.
All the way through. And it's
really freaking well done.
Really well done and gory, and I still cringe.
My only qualm is I'm like, where are her guts?
Right, exactly.
No, they're there. They're still like, there's like intestines and stuff.
I guess it just wasn't enough. I needed it to be more fatty. But the body looked great.
She's for sure.
She's butt naked. It's being sawn in half from her vagina to her head, all the way. And she's screaming. I noticed, like, I took note. She's still screaming. She's still alive up until, like, he gets to her heart, I guess.
Yeah.
I can imagine. But yeah, she did try to sue because I guess they also took pictures, like still pictures of her. And so she thought it was sexual content. She didn't sign off on that, whatever.
Right.
At one point, she couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't be upside down anymore. So they had her on a table, but, you know, perspective with the camera and everything, it makes it still look like she's upside down.
Yeah.
It took 10 hours or something for that one scene. It's not a long scene, so I can't imagine the blood flow to your head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that movie or that particular scene, you know, and it was funny, ironic, whatever, that the movie that we just did with Captain Bill, Bone Tomahawk, has a very similar scene where one of the characters is being ripped in half, you know, and I'm like, holy crap, you know, so this is two movies that I've seen in the span of a couple weeks where people were ripped in half.
If I read correctly, they got the inspiration for this death from like the torture chamber, like old torture devices. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they did something like this in medieval times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's actually, so I had a friend of mine that was really into these medieval torture devices where they would have this wedge-looking thing.
Yeah.
And they would, like, if a woman or man was caught cheating, they would be on either side and they would attach weights to your leg. And then, as you know, you slowly, you know, went in half. Yep. So, yeah, that was...
Who comes up with this stuff?
I don't know. I got some ideas. No,
what happens to good old strangling? Like if your husband cheats, just put a pillow over his head.
Well, I mean, like the
poison.
The old Viking blood eagle. I mean, have you heard of that one?
That one's intense. Yeah.
No, thank you. All right. So aside from the torture and everything,
so that's not my favorite kill. Although I do feel like it's it is the most iconic. I think if you watch this movie, that's the thing that you're going to walk away with, because it's just the most
stick with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite, which I love and hate, is one of the first kills. It might even be the first one. There's a pizzeria. The guy is so cool. He's just the business owner. He's a good guy. He's looking out for the girls. He's like, hey, is this guy bothering you? At one time, he throws Art out because he's smearing shit all over the bathroom walls. And he's like, get out of here. And he like serves the girls their pizza. And he's a good guy. There's nothing wrong with him. But Art comes back in, and we don't see him for a little bit. And the other guy working turns around, and pizza gallery guy has been turned into a jack-o'-lantern, which I thought was really cool. It took me 2 times of watching this to realize that it's actually like jack-o'-lantern mouth and nose and everything. And then this part was CGI. There's like fire in there. There's little candles.
Like an actual jack-o'-lantern. Yeah.
That was cool. But he didn't have to die. He was a cool dude.
He was.
Yeah. I mean, that was, to tell you the truth, that was my favorite. I think one of the more gruesome ones, aside from the scene, is also at the very beginning whenever Vicky attacks the reporter.
She had it coming.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, just gouging out her eyeballs, and I mean, gross. So, I think that this movie, I mean, we've got, multiple different ratings for it and everything. So, from what I'm seeing, not Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb has it listed only at a 5.6.
I can see it though, because people want some development. They want some reason, motive. There's no motive in this movie. Like, we don't get it at all. Like, why is he so crazy?
Yeah.
And it seems like he has no real target. It's just whoever. I mean, the pizza guy, even, like, why?
Right.
And then we haven't talked about the cat lady. Yeah, and I don't think she dies. I don't. She might bleed out, but
she does, because
she died.
Doesn't Art straight up take her chest and hair and wear it?
And her hair
and wears it?
So I assume she dies.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume she didn't survive that.
No.
That's another thing that I had, because I was thinking about the jester and how he had a soft spot for the kids.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, maybe Art has a soft spot somewhere, because we see this cat lady. She has a fake baby, and she's clearly crazy. She's calling it like her daughter, and she's all I have in this world. And at one point, she cradles Art in her arms, like trying to be motherly with him. And so I thought, okay, well, she's clearly crazy, so she's not gonna die. Why her? Because every villain has a soft spot, right? Nope. No.
No.
She did not make it.
He literally wears her later.
We were, Brandon and I were discussing the fact that he is a lot like the Jester, and he does also have similarities to Pennywise from It.
Yes.
Because in some ways he's like the exact opposite, because Pennywise is very... he's very boisterous. He's very colorful. He talks, obviously, a lot. That's his whole thing, is saying things that are terrifying. So in that way, he's the opposite. But he's very similar in his facial expressions. Both David Howard Thornton and Bill Skarsgård, who plays Pennywise, their facial expressions are so intense, and it's what makes that character so creepy and scary. That's another reason why I love It and Pennywise.
Art has that edge because he's silent and he uses mimes.
Yes.
Miming.
Yeah.
But, Damien Leone specifically made Art the exact opposite of Pennywise. So we see, for example, Art doesn't have hair. He wears all black and white. He uses weapons, and he doesn't speak. Pennywise is the exact opposite of that. Yeah. But there's still similarities because they're still creepy killer clowns.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And David Howard Thornton actually got that because of his pantomime. Whenever he was going in for the
he was training,
for the reading where he was not interviewing but auditioning. He actually got it because of his pantomime skills. I mean, Damien Leone looked at David Howard Thornton and he goes, yeah, that's my guy.
Well, because he has such great physical acting, just like Jim Carrey. Like, he uses his whole body, his whole face. Like, he puts everything into it. And you have to have that if you're going to play Art the Clown.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're not going to talk, for sure, you have to have body and facial expressions that can express what you need to. Yeah, for sure.
Or wear a full mask with, the eyes cut out.
Yeah.
So,
At least it's trans friendly.
one of my other favorite scenes was with this one. I don't remember. Was this one in part 1 or part 2? The where he was riding the tricycle.
That's this one.
That's this one.
Yeah, he's just riding around in a little circle, kind of like Jigsaw.
Yep.
It's just part of the shtick, like circus clowns. Why not?
I love him so much.
Yeah,
I really do.
And that's why I said, like at the very beginning, it's one of those things where it's just like you feel bad for laughing at this horror movie.
It's so damn funny. Yes.
Right. It's that dark sense of humor. So, but anyways, like Rotten Tomatoes only gave it a 62%. I'm sorry, hold on. Glasses. I'm old. It was 63%. Hey, a whole nother percent. So anyways, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I liked it more than that. I mean, I gave it a higher rating personally. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? Help.
That does kind of make sense though with how polarizing it was, that it would be like right in the middle. Right in the middle, like you give it a 5 something, you give it a 60 something percent. Like that's right kind of in the middle between.
But I also feel like people either
really hate it or really love it. Yeah.
I know, like one of the episodes, it might have been Bunny Man. I briefly mentioned that I had not seen the Terrifier, and my DMs blew up. People yelling at me, "You haven't seen the Terrifier?"
What?
I have now. People, calm down.
So, I mean, me personally, I gave Terrifier an 8.3. I mean, I thought that it was that good of a movie. And I think a lot of, the people that are actually rating movies, I think whenever they have a franchise that starts like this, I think they try to play it safe just so they're not trying to backtrack, So I think they wait for the second one to actually give it a decent reading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So me personally, like I said, having seen the 3, I gave it 8.3.
What did I give it, a 6?
Yes.
Okay, so I gave it a 6 because it's not one of my favorites, but I do like Art. I love his shtick. I love his personality. I guess for this, I'm not usually a person that like loves character development or lore or anything, but with this movie, I'm like, where are we going with it? I don't quite understand. And it really made me sad that he didn't have a soft spot. Like, why you gotta be so mean? There are some people that deserve it and some people that don't. So that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
What about you, Holly?
I give this one a 7. Now, this one is still one of my favorite slashers, but I have to dock it a little bit because it doesn't really have a story. It's really just, this is a slasher. It's gory. Art is amazing. He's funny, but there's not really a story. So I do love it. If it had a story, I would have liked it a little bit more. That would have pushed it up a little bit more. So I would give it a solid 7.
Okay.
But even with 2 and 3, I didn't like the lore. Like I got what I wanted, but like I just didn't.
Yeah, but
like
there's more story at least though. It's not just a clown killing no other character. Like there's more development.
Sense, I guess.
That song in part 2 is iconic.
For sure. For sure.
I want that for a ringtone.
And I will also put out there, like, number 1, favorite slasher, but number 3 is one of my favorite horror movies in general. So if you are a Terrifier person, like, watch number 3. It's so good. I love that one.
So, yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed talking about this movie. I mean, do y'all have any other notes that you wanted to go over?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go for it. You first.
So here's a Dr. Blackvale moment.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So I was trying to think about, I didn't hate this movie. It was scary. It's very freaky. And I was analyzing what makes it so scary. One of the things that makes scary movies so scary is that they're unpredictable.
Yes.
As humans, we look for patterns and rules, and that's how we stay safe. When you have a villain who has no motive, it's terrifying. Just like I said, this is why he rubs me the wrong way, because there's no soft spot. So he's after anybody, We don't know why. There's no rules. So when there's no rules, there's unpredictability. Unpredictability turns into anxiety. So you're on high alert the entire time. Who is he going to kill, and when? And
Right.
there's some people he kind of gives them a little bit longer, and we don't know why. It's just unpredictable. It's crazy. So when you have movies like Jaws, they're a little bit more predictable. They're hungry.
Yes.
They feel threatened. So we have motive. But with someone like this, we don't know why. He's also very sadistic. So
Yes.
it's, as a human, you watch these deaths, and as a woman, watching that scene, I was like, oh my God, that looks so incredibly painful.
Yeah.
Right.
Just having empathy as a human, like it's almost like you can feel it, and
you cringe.
just feel for her.
Yeah.
So for him, he not only is he unpredictable, but he enjoys the sadism. The murder is almost like entertainment for him. He thinks it's hilarious. There's just no slowing him down. And like the suffering is, to him, like that's the point. I mean, he has a whole bag of weapons that he uses just because. So it's like monsters are dangerous because of their instinct, and you have to like survive. But motiveless killers are terrifying because there are no rules.
That makes sense.
And that reminds me of another movie that sticks with me, The Strangers. If you've seen that one, there's no motive, there's no reason. In fact, when they're asked like, why are you doing this, they're just, because you were home. That stuck with me.
That's
dude.
one of
the no motive
line.
Yes, the no motive. That, you're right, that does make Terrifier a creepy movie, because there really isn't a reason.
I don't know.
He's just,
maybe I've seen that movie. I'm not sure. I'd have to watch it again to make sure.
It's pretty darn good.
it's good, and it's based off of real events, I believe,
Oh, wow.
in Florida, if I remember
Florida,
correctly.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
They need to have a Florida Man movie and just make it a horror movie, because, I mean, you could just, make all kinds of shit happen.
Sure.
You wouldn't even have to write it. Just like look at a couple news articles and put
Right.
it all together.
And obviously there's going to be a gator, you know.
And then just go ahead and
Meth.
yeah, I mean, it's just like you got 8 stories and make it all by the same guy, because it's just one guy.
One guy. Yep. Florida Man.
So nobody steal my idea. That was our idea. It came from Scream Freaks first. We're gonna trademark that, Florida Man the movie. So, but anyways, thank you both for being part of the show again. Yeah, this is always fun. I love doing this. I think that as the seasons go, we keep getting a little bit more structured.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is really for
Sure.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in to Scream Freaks yet again. And as always, stay spooky. That's going to do it for this episode of the Scream Freaks podcast. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a trip to the dark side of movies. You can also help support the show by checking out our Kickstarter and Patreon. Every bit of support helps us keep building Scream Freaks, creating new episodes, upgrading the show, and bringing even more horror content your way. Visit our official website at www.screamfreakspodcast.com to find our latest episodes, social links, Kickstarter, Patreon, and everything happening in the Scream Freaks universe. For Dr. Blackveil, Holly Horror, Clover Nightshade, Captain Bill, Ethan, and the rest of the Scream Freaks family, I'm Fabulous B. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the dark side of movies.